Hey students, welcome to this tutorial on how to create the Capstone portfolio template for your final project. So ultimately, again, just to reiterate, the purpose of this assignment is to give more meaning to everything that you do while you're in college. When you take a class and you complete a group project, you can put it in your portfolio. When you graduate from college, you'll have a visible, demonstrative representation of everything that you've accomplished that you can flex and highlight in your job interviews or as part of your applications. And if nothing else, something for you to remember all the valuable things you did while you were in college. And when you take our class, Marketing 3890, you will be required to have a finished version of this template. But obviously, for this Marketing 1890 class, it's going to just be a placeholder for all the incredible, amazing things that you are going to do throughout your college career. So let's dive in with an example first. Let's start with the Ember Fox example. Okay, so this is a fictitious student that I created to help demonstrate what we are trying to convey in our portfolio. So the first slide or the first section, the part one, is simply this first section. It's a big, bold name, your branded title with your unique selling propositions, problem solving, data driven, storytelling, digital marketer. That's what we say about Ember Fox. And then a professional headshot or professional quality photo of you demonstrated right next to it. First impression. That's what we're going for here. Then below that, we have a branding summary or branding statement about who you are as a professional. This is a little bit more fleshed out version of your unique selling proposition, telling what is your vision or how do you accomplish the things that you do. And yeah, so you can have AI help you write this, you can create your own, but obviously here for Ember, we have data-driven digital marketer with a passion for storytelling. I blend creativity with analytics to create compelling brand narratives, aspiring to innovate and lead your company in the world of digital marketing. It's value rich, tons of what I do and how I do it. And that value statement really impresses people when they're reviewing your portfolio. So that's what we're trying to do and put that in there. Again, a lot of these images, they're, for aesthetic purposes to make this fun and enjoyable. And I want you to do that. I want to encourage you to make this your authentic personality, your authentic brand, things that interest you, ways that skills that you have that are demonstrated visually, just different things like that. And then obviously we have easily identifiable contact information here on the left: email, LinkedIn, X account if you've got it, Instagram, TikTok, all that listed if you have it. All right, scrolling down, we have the what I've done section. So the big thing here is the resume. Okay. So I don't want your actual resume listed here. I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute. But again, this is just more a visual representation of the things that you've accomplished. There is another project section later on, but I like the idea of when somebody lands on your portfolio, what's the story? What's the journey that they're going to go through? So you're gonna see who you are. They're gonna be introduced to you, what you do, and hey, this is what I'm currently working on. This is where I'm at, and so I like that. It's here I am. This is what I'm doing. So if you think about it like a conversation, visually represented, that makes sense. So maybe this is a group project. This is something you've done in athletics or a group or program you're a part of. Maybe it's just something interesting you've done. So go ahead and throw that in there. Next section is awards and presentations. Now, again, throughout all of this is a template. So if you have recent projects, if you have resume, if you have awards and presentations, all that, great, throw them in there. But if you don't, put in what you aspire to do, what you want to have accomplished by the time that you have graduated. And then we can come back here and swap that out once you have accomplished that. So because this is a template, we aren't going to have all these sections filled out. So put what awards you have or are wanting to accomplish by the time that you're done. And again, if you don't know what that is, Google search, AI, do whatever you need to help you figure out what that is. Remember, we are in the career execution part of this class, which means we have to make a decision. The worst choice we could make is no choice. So we have to choose something. You know what? If I have to choose something, I'm going to choose to go for this, or I'm going to choose to go for that. So that's what we're trying to say here if you don't have something that you can flex here. All right. Next is your education section. Okay, pretty straightforward. What your degree is. I do want you to list a minor. Again, in the assignments leading up to this final, you've done the Wolverine track and what your college career will look like. And so we want to throw that in there. What minor would you pair with your major? And so throw that in there just for now, even if you don't fully intend to complete a minor. And then I do want you to pick a certification. Going back to our weeks 1 through 5, when we were exploring more about ourselves, when we talked about skill development, do we build on our existing skills or do we develop complementary skills? That certification is the representation of that decision. If you wanted to build more analytical skills, well, Digital Garage will teach you how to develop those data analytics skill, and you'll even get a certificate for it. And then again, as part of this class, you were required to get involved and join a program, club, organization, or competition. So throw that in there, whichever one you decided to attend. Next, we have Showcase. This is where you are flexing the cool, fun, awesome things you've done. Now, again, when you graduate, this should be chock full of all the capstone projects you've done in your main 3,000, 4,000 level classes. But honestly, if there's a report you did, throw it in there. And again, don't highlight that these were homework assignments. Ideally, you are doing real world case studies or simulations. And so just throw in the output. If you took my business presentations class, the final group presentation is on a real world situation. And so if you had taken my presentations class, you absolutely should throw that group presentation in there. And your persuasive should have been business related. And so again, you could throw in whatever that presentation was into your showcase. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a super visual thing. It could just be a file doc and an image you're representing it. So when somebody clicks it, they can download it and view it, a PDF or whatever it might be. But yeah, we need to show off what our skills are capable of doing, and we do that by demonstrating or conveying or introducing those projects that we've done through our showcase. Next, we have recommendations or testimonials. This is where we want to have a one that is private or industry or corporate or work related, and then another that is academic. Those are just good baselines. Again, in 3890, when we're targeting a specific company, we're going to get tailored testimonials or recommendations for that market target opportunity. But for this class, we want one that's academic and one that's business related. So reach out to some previous coworkers, bosses, people you've worked with in your organizations, reach out to professors, whatever you need. But I do want at least 2 testimonials or recommendations. And then at the very end, we just have our call to action. Reach out for more info, or I'd love to talk to you. Let's connect with, again, your best contact information so it's easy to find how to get in touch with you. So pretty simple. Again, we're separating this into 2 weeks. This is week 1, and then the next week is this stuff down here. Not a ton of work. You could probably crank this out in 2 to 4 hours over 2 weeks. That's going to be pretty simple, pretty easy for you. So let's go over to our base template that I provide. Now, again, if you go to your assignment, there will be links. Here, I might as well just show you. So these links, the Ember Fox one that I just showed you is right here. And then the empty one that I'm showing you is right here. So again, I'm going to show you exactly, written out what I want you to have here. But here's the thing. I don't want you to replicate the Ember Fox template. I don't want it formatted the same way. I just want you to include the same components, not the format. So if you give me a black portfolio with this gray and red highlights and it's, laid out in this exact same way, I'm going to be disappointed because this is Ember's portfolio. I want to see your portfolio. Okay, so this can help guide you, make sure you get all the elements in there, but your portfolio should be colorful and different in a way that's representative of you. And so here's my portfolio that I create as an example for this class, but I do use this. I have shown this to other professionals as a representation of who I am and what I do. So again, you can see the color scheme is different. Obviously, the graphics, the colors, everything is different, but the elements are still there. I have my brand title. I have my summary written in this way. I have my contact information. All these links work. I have my education. I have my showcase. These are my big flexes. Here are my testimonials. And then again, a call to action here at the end. So make it your own, whatever format style you want. And I'm going to show you in Canva how to do that and to sort through some templates that'll be easy. So, yes, you will be required to build this in Canva. So, what you're going to do is you're going to go to canva.com. You're going to sign up with your personal email. Do not use your UVU email because even though it will give you access to premium features, it will not let you publish a website. Do not do this in your UV email. Use your personal email. Okay. You do not have to pay for premium if you don't want to. There's a bunch of nice features that come along with it if you want to, but not required. And again, you don't even have to pay to publish a website. That's what's great about Canva. Anyway, so once you log in, you're going to have a screen similar to this. Okay, obviously you can see all my other projects here. You probably won't have anything here. But what we need to make sure to do, step one, is to click on website. This blue icon. Do not click presentation. Do not click whiteboard or doc. None of this. Go straight to website and click create new. Okay. And here we go. We have our first blank website page. Well, hey Charles, what about all that fancy formatting? All these little picture drop, all that stuff. I don't want to spend all the time to learn how to build a website. Fret not, my friends. We have templates over here on the left bar. Here, let me slide this over a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, so on the left, we have all of these templates. All right. And if it does not have a crown, that means you can use it for free. And I think you can even go in here and click, should be a filter option. That's fine. It's not pulling it up there. But anyway, just know if it's got a little crown, you need the premium or the pro for it. But you can scroll through these and see if there's one that really stands out to you that you really like and start building from there. Okay, so for the case of this video, let's just go ahead and click one that's got some nice color to it. All right, yeah, let's do this one. Why not? Okay. And so if we like this, we just start building from here and we can add a page and pick the same template by going to design and seeing more of this template style. See, look, there's a header, subheading, all that. But this one looks like it only offers one page. So maybe let's go back. You didn't like this one? Well, again, don't worry. We can just go ahead and delete everything. Control Alt Delete. We go back to a template and see if we can find one that has a little bit more pages. Okay, so this one has 9 pages on it. That's great. That's more of what we're looking for. But I don't necessarily like that format. So again, I'm just gonna keep scrolling through here. Okay, this one looks pretty good. It looks like that's just one page. Here we go. 1 of 9. Yeah, this is looking better. So I'm gonna go ahead and click this one. And then all you have to do is click this apply all 9 pages. Place all pages. That's right. That's great. And now your website is a lot more easily built out, it's formatted, so you don't have to do as much work to do that. Okay. So again, while you're building this, you're going to go back to your template here and say, oh, okay, well, I need my name, I need my brand words, and my title and a professional headshot. So okay, so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to go ahead and upload a photo. So all you got to do is go to this bar on the left, click uploads, upload an image or video. Obviously, you'll upload it, and then you'll just drag and drop. All right, there we go. I've got my image in there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swing it over to the right. But you know what? Yeah, maybe I don't want to have that whole thing. So maybe I don't want the UVU part. So maybe I'm just gonna come in here and crop that up a little bit, do something more like that. Sure, whatever you want. Again, however you want to do this, I support you. I'm not gonna grade you. I do want it to be aesthetically appealing. Again, this is a visual portfolio of all these things, so it does need to look nice. It was a junior high PowerPoint presentation, but yeah. So then I'm gonna go ahead and put my name in here, Charles Mays. I'm gonna do my branding title, blah blah blah, all that good stuff, and then I'm just gonna go down here and do the rest. So let's say I want this to be my showcase. Great. Well, I don't need any of these words, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that. Again, I'm gonna replace this with an image of me. Go ahead and just throw that one in there. Oh, hey, look at that. Just slides and auto does that. That's great. So then you're like, okay, but I want some graphics. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the left here, click elements, and then you're just going to go to the top search bar and search something. So let's say I did a presentation on finance. So I'm just going to plug that in there, click on graphics, and see what we got. So again, if I have the crown, that means pro. Like I can't use it, but if you pay for the premium, you can. I like that. That one looks pretty good, pretty on par for my colors. You can change the colors of a lot of these. So if I go to my document colors, it looks like that's the theme that I'm working with. Okay, maybe I want it to match my photo. Well, then I could click this, click the little dropper, and I want the same green as my hat, so I'll do that. A lot of flexibility, a lot of functionality. And guys, remember, I want you to leave my class with skills. And learning how to use Canva will be an invaluable skill for you, regardless of what business you go into. This is an invaluable tool, and it's pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it. So again, yeah, so I've got my showcase here. I've got my awards. Sure, I'll have a spinny coin in there because I won some money in a competition. Yeah, have fun with it. Do whatever you want to do. Okay. Here's my education section. Sweet. Kind of already laid out like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and update that. Let's say down here, there's not really a template for my resume or anything like that. So I'm going to click this text button. I'm going to go ahead and click heading. And again, you might not have one like that because I do have a branding guide on mine. So just click add text box. Go to your fonts, pick one that is in the document already, which is HK Grotesque. Okay. And I'm just going to do all caps resume. Perfect. Throw that over here. Do that. And then I'm just going to copy and paste it over here and do a recent project, kind of like I did before. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find an icon that represents the resume that we like. Okay, graphics. I don't know if I like the graphics. I'm going to go over here to photo, see if we can find a good resume photo. Okay. Yeah, some of these will work. But you know what? I wanted one of those photo frames. That's like a cool shape. So I'm just going to search for that in Elements, photo frame. Go to back to all. And then in this frame section, you can find a shape that fits. I kind of like that rounded corner one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. Then I'm going to come back up here, go to resumes, go back to photos. And then, yeah, let's pick, oh, I don't know. Any of these will do. But I want it to be demonstrative and interesting. You know what I mean? So maybe we'll pick, yeah, let's do this one. Let's do this one. And you know what? I don't, so yeah, you can just drag and drop it into that shape and it will, has the rounded corners. It might be kind of hard to see in this video. Maybe if I do that color, you can see it. You can see it a little bit better. Yeah. Anyway, but let's say I don't love how that looks. Well, there's a few different things we can do to crop it and make it look a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna hit that crop button, zoom it in a little bit more. Okay. And then to make this a downloadable image when somebody visits your portfolio and you need to have this for your capstone, you need to right click it, you need to click link, and then you need to click whatever you're linking it to, right? So as you can see here, you're not seeing anything. What we need to do is we need to go back to uploads. We need to upload our resume. Okay, so I just uploaded my resume and here it is right there. Okay. So what I can do is right click this, click link, and then I can click charlesmaceresume.pdf. And that's all you have to do. And then you click done. And then now when somebody visits your website and they click this, they'll be able to download your resume. Pretty cool, right? So obviously we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go to elements. We're going to pick a frame we like. Oop. Image frame. Go to all frames. Let's do this one. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay. And then I'm going to go back to elements. I'm going to pick something. So my most recent project, I worked on some Nike shoes. Yeah, I love me some Nike shoes. I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to pick a nice photo of some Nikes. Well, Canva's obviously not going to have that, but let's just pretend you can upload your own photos, which again is pretty ideal. I'm just going to go ahead and throw those in there. Or again, we can go to videos. If you want to use a video, maybe we'll do that one. And so when it just auto plays, great. And but I mean, obviously you want to own this content, otherwise they're gonna think, oh my gosh, this video is hilarious. Yeah, anyway, yeah, you get the point. So put in whatever you want. Again, right click it, link, and then link that to whatever your project is when you upload it. You can be a presentation, PDF, whatever it might be. Anyway, yeah, you're gonna go through the rest of your portfolio and do all that. Again, with your emails, you want to make sure that those are hyperlinked. So here you can tell that they're not because Ember Fox is a fictitious person. But on mine, if you go over here and you click on my LinkedIn link, it will bring you to linkedin.com/Charles Mace. So here on our builder, let's just say LinkedIn. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to click link. And then I'm just literally going to paste my LinkedIn right there and click done. So now when somebody clicks on this, boop, they could go to that. Or if you use an icon, LinkedIn, just throw that in there next to it. Same thing. I right click it. I click link. I paste the link. I click done. Now this is a clickable link. So this is part of your grade, having these links be clickable. So make sure that you do that. All right, coming back over to the assignment. You read this right here. I will only accept a website link of your page on Canva. Do not click share. Click publish website. You will get a 0. I hand out a dozen or more of these every semester, and it tanks people's grades. And they don't check because they're busy with other things. I understand, but they come back, the semester's over, and they see they have a C or B or an F in my class, and they ask why. And it's because they did not submit the website link. So let me show you how to do that to prevent you from making that same mistake. So if you look over here on the right, okay, let me move that over for you. I'm even going to zoom in here, make it even easier to see. Okay. See this? See this right here? The temptation is to click share because it's a white button. It's different. Don't do it. Do not click share. Okay. If you click share, this is what the link is going to look like. Oh, no. That's what the link is going to look like. If you submit this, you will get a 0 in my class. Or excuse me, for this for the final project. I'm not that mean. But you will get a 0 on the final if you submit this. So do not click share. If you have a UVU account, Canva account, and you click share, you won't have you won't have a published website. All you'll have is share. So that's why we need to have this on a personal email account and not a UVU account. Okay. So do not click share. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to click publish website. All right. So this is the website URL. This is the subdomain. You can pay a premium to get a different domain, like mine is charlesmace.net. You don't have to, though. It's totally okay for you to have this as your website. So it'll be charles-mace uvu.my, or excuse me, charles-mace mycanva.site. So again, we're going to go back to Ember Fox here. All right, let me move that back over. Hang on. Okay, so you can see that once I publish Ember's website, it becomes Professor Mace, which is what my name is on Canva. So, obviously it'll be probably your first and last name or whatever your account name is for Canva. .my.canva site, and then that sub URL you decide. Okay. This is what you need to submit. This is what it needs to look like. Okay. So again, just real quick, go back here. Do not click share, click publish website, click publish website. It'll do this little thing here. Move that over. Looks great. This is what you must submit. And then you again, of course, you can click this, view website, see what it looks like. Oh wow, so pretty, so great, wonderful. Make sure it looks good. You're hitting all the elements in the assignment, and then go ahead and copy that link and paste it, and you're done. Okay? So again, I just want to reiterate. that one of the things that makes me the most sad as a professor is when I hear that students graduate college and they say, I didn't learn anything. All I got was a degree slash piece of paper. And the purpose of this assignment is to provide meaning to every class you take. If there's, a statistics class or an art class or a marketing class that you don't like, or you think this isn't necessary or this isn't valuable to me, this is a way that you can make it valuable. You put the work that you do into the showcase. You're developing skills. And even just coming back to your Canva page and updating it is developing a skill. And then again, when you take my class or Rita's class or one of our adjunct professor classes that teach marketing 3890 and you have your finished portfolio, well, I mean, that's the final for that class. So, if for no other reason than to help you save time and effort later, this is going to be really beneficial. But again, if you remember the story that I told at the beginning of the semester in another video about the students who get jobs over more qualified candidates who have more experience, more skills, blah 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 blah, are the ones that are able to communicate what's different about them and the value that their skills and experience have. And this portfolio is the way that you, as a student applying to the workforce, can accomplish that. And let's say you want to do a startup, you want to be your own business owner. Well, hey, if you want investors, you need to impress them. You need to have something to flex and show. Look here, 12 startups, most failed. However, 260 most recent campaign ROI. Well, that's pretty dang good. This will generate interest and questions when I go to an investor because what? Well, why would you share that most of them failed? Well, because I know what not to do now. And so I've used this in getting funding. This exact same type of portfolio or visual presentation and demonstration. So it will provide value to you in your career, I assure you. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Make sure to read through the rubric so that you hit all the key points and you don't miss any points on this. But I mean, grades are great and all, but what you need to care most about is preparing for your future. And this portfolio template will help you do that.